Hello, everyone. I'm going to hop over to that now. I'm going to actually, I should hop to here so I can bookmark it for next time, because there's going to be hopefully a next time. There you go. Oh, hi, Saren. I'm going to quickly do my quick apologies for the... Oh, the black boxes are gone. Good. Because this area, basically, originally we had some black boxes. They're going to reappear as soon as I head in the elevator, I'm sure. But as custom, we will check. Oh, we only have one.
Noveria is a cool, rocky world with most of its hydrosphere locked up in massive glaciers. A privately chartered colony world, the planet is owned by the Noveria Development Corporation Holding Company. The NDC is funded by investment capital from 24 high-technology development firms and administrated by an executive board representing their interests. The investors built remote hot labs in isolated locations across Noveria's surface. These facilities are used for research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere, as Noveria is technically not part of Citadel space and therefore exempt from council law. By special arrangement, Citadel's special tactics and reconnaissance agents have been granted extraterritorial privileges, but it remains to be seen how committed the executive board is to that principle. Given its unique situation, it is understandable that Noveria is often implicated in all manner of wild conspiracy theories.
That makes sense, though. We've leveled up, and I didn't even realize. Advanced barrier, lovely. Assault training. And give her the advanced first aid. Lovely. Oh, secondary codex. Journal, Matriarch Benezia, go to Rift Station. We really have nothing else seriously other than those two to do. Though before we go to Vermeer, I'm going to go head back to the Citadel, I think, because I think there's like 2 things I have to do. Please tell me the black boxes won't reappear, because I really don't want to put the unlit back on. Because if they don't, black boxes don't show up again, I will be so happy, because that means we could just go through this without worry. Because sometimes the black boxes actually don't even appear in this mission.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work a train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse now. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. First we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not gonna let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians. There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
Okay, that kind of works.
You're
Makes sense.
certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
Okay.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Sure.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central
Okay.
Station, so she ain't there.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
What kind of research?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I was just impressed with your operation. Being able to weather a week of assaults is no mean feat.
Only the best get assigned to high-security facilities like this. What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
I think he just gave us information about something we can turn off.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs.
I've got work.
Yeah, I hear that.
We're actually going to go investigate. Normally I just go straight down the hot
Man
labs,
the
but-
perimeter! Look out!
Go, go, go!
Hey, singularity! There's supposed to be another one? Great. Oh well. If it comes up, I'll know.
Clear.
We have to go down that way anyway. Quarantine and barracks. I actually don't normally explore this area too much. I know it's important and there's some neat stuff here. No, not more elevators. Always elevators. Always bloody elevators. Note to self, don't make elevators in Minecraft. Oh wait, elevators in Minecraft are fast. There's Han Olar.
You're not part of the crew. Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre, sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human specters. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
I heard you were at the hot labs.
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. I closed the door. I killed her.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your...
You think I want absolution? There is none.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? I think I've heard that before.
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who...
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane? I told you all I can. Yeah.
I'm actually going to... This is kind of important, so...
Though now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the Hive Queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the Queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered Council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy. In the early...
And
the
Volus,
are-
basically, they're simply from a high-grav world, so basically they had to wear suits.
I used to have nightmares like this. Too many cheap horror vids before lights out.
I told you to leave.
Uh-huh. Though I think you can actually get in there under certain conditions, but I don't really know who you have to talk to be able to get in there. It's a merchant. It's a
What?
You're a member of the science teams?
Recently transferred, yes.
You seem less upset at this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Do you know Matriarch?
Do you know President Huerta of Earth? I did not think so.
Venezia passed through here.
I saw her. You asked if I knew her. I do not.
Tell me about yourself.
I am Alestia Alice from the University of Arraeus. Is there anything in particular you want to know?
Did I interrupt something?
I was meditating. I suppose to a species as brash as yours, it would appear to be... Then I will...
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days. For now, with forced cheer, I still have
Let's have a look.
Regretfully,
Krogan armor, sniper rifle, medium armor, biotic amp, which is nowhere near as good as mine, an omni tool, which is nowhere near as good as that one, but a constant fabrication license. I would gladly take that.
What? No! Sorry. I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Yeah, is there something you need?
I'm looking for an Asari.
Sorry. Well, there's there's also our guest, Lady Venezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here, just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
Hot labs.
What do you know about the Hot Lab?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
There was an accident here?
I talked to Dr. Cohen in the medical ward. He was the project lead.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
There's also the guard barracks, which I actually might go into. Because I don't remember what's in there. It's a Paragon run with some Renegade in it. A little bit of both.
What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong.
Sorry if I didn't
I'm
notice.
just distracted.
You here a little bit longer ago. I was a little focused. Then I can't actually see my stream on my other monitor, my stream chat on my other monitor, so I have to use my phone.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more
Yep,
valuable than their
you should
secrets.
really,
You
these
know
games
Mira,
I should
the
always,
VI for Peak
the way I
15.
usually play
She
it is
handles the
simply,
safety protocols for our experiments.
if I know a conversation is either going to be entertaining, I'll usually go Renegade or Paragon, whichever one's more entertaining. And then I'll pick an overarching one. For example, this is Paragon, so I'll mostly go Paragon. And then if there's a conversation, especially in 2 and 3, where there's Renegade interrupts that I really enjoy, I'll do the interrupts because they're way more entertaining.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Things like that never get out of control.
Sarcasm.
Governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
Is there a cure, Doctor? A treatment?
Our first priority was getting it working. We were close to synthesizing an antidote when Mira went down. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
Talk to you
I
later.
hope you can do something.
Yep. And they're just moaning. Okay. And the only place that I haven't visited here yet is the barracks, I think. Which is just simply weapons, weapons, and more weapons, I think. Yep. Oh, that's a bloody overpowered assault rifle if I've ever seen one. I already knew it was going to be powerful. No good. Okay, pistols that are better, so she can have that. Ashley can have that one, I guess. Not that they're really going to use it, but hey. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that is a very nice sniper rifle. Give her that. And I didn't get anything but weapons in there, so no big. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it does kind of feel that it fits a little bit for a Paragon run. Yeah, because the Citadel were a bunch of idiots. So.
Yeah. Thanks for your help back there.
It looked like you could handle it.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. If you don't want to help us here, why don't you go to the hot labs? Something you need?
Well, it's more like I couldn't. You were, I don't know if you thought. I don't think you saw this, but when I was trying to face off the two Rachni that were attacking, one of them got stuck in the floor, so I couldn't do anything. So I had to go run off.
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra Medigel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
Yep.
You and me both.
Obviously in 3, because with 3's Paragon, Renegade, and Reputation system, you can't do that quite as much because the Reputation system forces you to be way more precise, I guess, would be the term. Yeah, but that in my case, I would, but yeah, not a good idea. I'm playing an Adept, so it would clash too much with my character build. Basically, if I have a biotic character, I usually won't bring Liara on this mission, simply because it is kind of iffy. for like you just get too many biotics. If this was a if I was literally playing any other character other than a biotic, I would go straight for it.
What do you want?
I have Ventralis's permission to go.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
I don't think I've ever seen that pistol, actually. And that's Turian armor. I never play Soldier. I personally hate it. I just find Soldier boring and ill-effective. Especially in 3, so that's just me. Sure. Just give myself assault rifles that I'll never use. That's really good armor, actually. I need to just bring Garrus on one mission. I got great options that I can use with pistol. And that's about it, actually, when it comes to weaponry. Still love how it just gives me so many weapons. However, I will have to mix my team up a little bit because of Ashley I won't be able to use for Virmire. So I might bring... It kind of ruined my plans, but I'll probably bring Garrus and probably Tali or someone else. Sentinel for the win. Yeah, well, I don't usually care for...
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
What the hell?
You're a sleeper agent for Benezia.
I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Take cover!
Sure. Weapons free. Oh. Let's make it really annoying then. Also, why are you using a shotgun? Hey, Ashley, your job is to use that assault rifle and nothing else.
Commander, looks like that Asari doctor killed the guard.
Yep.
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Benezia brought them with her.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
Oof. Okay.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Singularity is bloody broken, yeah. Especially in 2 and 3. Combine it with warp or throw, and static explosions everywhere. So, yeah. Oh no, it's just, it looks weird because it's underneath here. To be fair, that the commando actually had some resistance.
Is that the cure? You did it?
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall, she just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Let me guess. Saren, the Spectre?
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough. That... Oh, God, what a cliche. You saved their lives. Do you know that?
Could you spare a few medical packs? They're worth their weight in gold up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventrollis wanted them saved for his people. I need to administer this.
I got extra metagel. Oh my lord, my Paragon went through the roof. Is it a downgrade? No, I'm actually going to probably say that thermal clips in 2 are a bit of a pain. In 3, you can just literally upgrade your guns to as far as up to 5 and just have endless amounts of thermal clips. But I never felt that I was running out of ammo in 2, so really it wasn't that big of a difference. And it was kind of a more convenient. The weapons in this, yeah, sure, I have it's easier to fire them and keep them fired continuously, but you can get some really broken combinations, especially later in the game. So it's like, no, I wouldn't bother. It also feels a bit more proper, I guess. It fits the genre of the game they were going for, making it more action-packed and giving you more reason to use the shortcuts. Because in this game, you can just pause every time and choose your commands. While in 2 and 3, you feel almost, in some cases, obligated to use the shortcuts for numpad, because it just makes everything faster. Except with Soldier, because Soldier is just point and shoot. And I can see why actually be a bit of a downgrade, because Soldier, you just pick the assault rifle or sniper rifle and just do whatever you want. But yeah, no, I never really feel like there's a massive decrease. Also, this is something I've never done before, so let's go. I've never actually been in this area. I've always done the other right way, so let's have some fun. Nope. You've unguarded back door into the sealed areas of station. The guards are not alerted to your presence. Oh, so this is how you do it without alerting the guards. Clever. I don't think I got anything good out of that. No, I didn't. Sure. Sure, let's give a... No, okay, these are all terrible in comparison. But once again, I really only have the ability to use a pistol, so... And in Mass Effect 3, yeah, in 2, I get access to basically submachine guns as well. Which I do love. I love the submachine guns. Wow, that was way easier, actually.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
There's obviously no peaceful way to settle this.
Indeed.
Hey, Jarek Benezia, the mess boss fight ever. To be fair, it's not a bad boss fight by any means. It's just kind of... I also prefer the health system in 2. It feels like you're actually doing something. She can throw you, I think. That I did not know. That is actually very interesting. Thank you for letting me know. That's information that I actually found really interesting. Yes, sniper. I love how it's just a bunch of guest snipers. Oh. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing, like, the Mantis armor, which is silly broken. Okay. I will take a listen then after this. Oh, hi. Singularity! I love Singularity. I can literally tank anything, and I'm not even like a soldier. Spawn trap.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable.
You are right. Wow,
Filled
that's actually
with his
amazing.
light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
So you could turn on me again.
Yes, but it would not be my will, Shepard. People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species.
He is the vanguard of our destruction.
The more Saren's will
So
seems
love his
correct.
voice.
You
Bloody
sit
silly.
at his feet and smile as his words pour into
When you think about it, the Reapers are just basically your everyday Saturday morning cartoon villains, just up to a serious degree, and it's
Instead, I became
actually
a
pretty
willing
amazing.
tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates isn't enough. We need to know where to go from there.
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. You should.
Die.
Die.
Major Benezia. Nope. That'd be great. If you could just only use that pistol. Thanks. That one I actually knew, and it actually makes a lot of sense. If later on, I'll probably be playing Fire Emblem, more specifically Fates, which Matt Mercer plays two different characters in. Ashley, stop using your shotgun. I have no. There we go. Excuse me, I just had to basically make that out of existence.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
You're free of the indoctrination again?
I still hear it like metal on metal, squealing and reverberating. No light. They always said there would be a...
Cue extra dialogue for Liara if we brought her with us. If I play this game again in the future, I might. No guarantee. But if I do, I'll probably play a class that'll bring Liara with me. But I got a level, but not going to use it. Neat, though. And it actually makes too much sense. Look, it's a commando that we... Wait, hold on. All the commandos disintegrated. How the hell is one alive? Well, not always. There is a handful of the people they got, like, secondary that are... But most of the main voice actors are very good. So, yeah.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces.
Oh yeah, that makes
Your
sense.
musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange. Flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all.
This is going to be a fun conversation.
We are
The best example of someone who doesn't voice someone really well is Caden. But that's because his delivery is flat, and I'm sure if he was in any other role, he probably would do pretty good.
We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering, they cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
All right. I don't think they'll give me much choice anyway.
Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Commander, I don't trust this thing. We know its kind are killers. The tank is rigged with acid. I recommend using it.
She's the last of her race, Shepard. We don't have the objectivity to judge her.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people.
Oh, this is a big choice because we can do this one of two ways. I could think of it either something for the future, or I could go straight for Renegade. Because if I go Renegade in this case, I would go Paragon and Mass Effect 3 by not letting the thing come with us. Though it does mean we lose war assets. So, I'm not really sure. I kind of do want to let her go, but I also don't want to let her go. So I'm very conflicted. Keep it alive? We're with the consensus of keep her alive? Okay, we'll keep her alive.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
There's a reason their kind were hunted to extinction. It's better to be safe than let a dangerous race loose.
Are we any better if we kill them all?
If this had happened in Tokyo, or Armstrong, or on the Citadel, the death toll would be...
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Okay. Hello. Well, to be fair, I do like spiders, so I guess Rachni are alien spiders. This is actually why I have the backseat gaming allowed. Okay, they're matriarch. Yeah, they're still in the hubs. It actually has a touch of genocide. Not surprised. She's meant to represent a semi-renegade character, so that's why. Garrus does too. Garrus also represents a semi-renegade character, though he does turn a bit more Paragon as time goes on. Though after this, we're basically doing a few more. Actually, we're doing Bring to the Sky. I'm being foolish. Actually, I'm gonna have to probably go do something real quick. So before we go do this, I'm gonna go pop over to the Be Right Back, and I'm gonna put on some music, and I'll see you all very soon. 1 minute. Let me put on the music. That's not supposed to be the theme that's playing. Let's do this one. Okay, so I'm more or less back. I will be getting up again at one point, so I'll be doing Codex stuff for a little bit. But yeah, actually for the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm probably not going to play it because it's probably an RP. It's a style that it looks like, but it looks to be pretty good, so I'll actually give it some credit. Probably be pretty good. It's just not probably a game I'll get. It from what it looks like, it uses a similar battle system to some of the newer Square Enix games, and it's not really something I care about too much. But hey, it's from what it looks like, it's pretty good. Doesn't look bad or anything. Though if things go off hitch, then it might be a little bit of a problem.
The Elcor are a Citadel species.
Oh no, JRPGs are my thing. I just haven't played any of them. I don't like a lot of the modern Final Fantasy games. I actually have Final Fantasy 3 on this device I'm playing on. If you actually go back in my videos, I have Tales of Zestiria going up on the odd occasion. So actually, no, JRPGs are totally my thing.
In the early 21, the Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor's speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys.
I can be, I'm not surprised. I just never enjoyed 7 itself, but I haven't really enjoyed any Final Fantasy games since 6. Though, to be fair, 6 is a pretty high bar to pass. Some because 7 felt too much like a paint-by-numbers story and didn't feel like that it worked too well. It was an okay game, and it was an RPG. It's not that bad. 8, I didn't really like the combat too much, and 9 and above was basically where I went, I'm not really playing these games anymore. Not to mention, I didn't really grow up with 7, so it wasn't really something I actively played. I didn't get a PlayStation until recently, and when I mean PlayStation, I mean PlayStation 1. I have a PlayStation 2 sitting on my shelf, and I have a PlayStation sitting in an Xbox box. Yes, that is very silly of us, but we've put in an Xbox box. I've just simply collected other types of games. I have my PC, and it's just not been my thing. Wow. I didn't know that. But no, from most people, from what polls have suggested, most people actually prefer either 7 or 6, and it's kind of tied between the two.
Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond
so it's
the
very interesting, actually, that 9 is actually the series favorite, series creator's favorite.
Scattered throughout the stars, and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Yep. My food should be ready, so I'm actually going to just maintain on the mission computer menu. Actually, you know what? What's a long one? No, we're not gonna bother. Actually, we'll go bother. What's one that's interesting but really long?
Humanity's first the Systems Alliance is an...
Come on, we can find one that's really long.
The Citadel is an ancient... The Council
That's
is an
really long.
executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
Yeah. That would make sense, but if memory serves, every single one has actually voice lines for saving and killing it. Just usually, you usually end up bringing people to do it. But if you bring two people who like want to help it, I believe one of them says they're going to kill it. So, oh well, let's get moving.
Are you here to secure the situation?
That's right. I'm a Council Spectre. Who are you?
I am Yaroslav Tartakovsky, the operations director. I would stand and shake hand, but you must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
I don't understand anything yet. What were you doing here?
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
1,000-year-old egg hatched?
Yes. Very tough to be so long frozen. That it survived the centuries. This is miraculous.
I'm not sure I would qualify this as a miracle.
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass produce them, create an army.
I don't know.
But when they
Maybe.
get here, they find this egg
It'd
is
be
not
funny.
a common Rachni. It is a queen.
And would make some
She
sense,
lays eggs,
but
they
no one
move
knows.
her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they
I
can
wish.
raise the babies to be obedient.
Or it might be just a reference. It could be a reference like Richard L. Jenkins. Or it's just simply a reference.
Obviously, they were wrong.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
This is fascinating, but we don't have time to chat.
These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct.
Alien. Oh, hi. Get through. Where? He's over here, isn't he? Yep.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Well, rip. There's a reason why. Alright, quick save.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility.
Activate the neutron purge.
Yeah, bad end.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper
code input.
What I will do, I will use Singularity
079.
on literally the first target.
Omega. Local execution.
Well, we got 2 minutes. I might be able to actually kill them all. Heal up. And we're good. Just needed one thing in Metagel. Okay. Let's go back to the Normandy. I may actually also play the Fate games, which are visual novels, on Twitch. If I do, then we're probably going to get a lot of bad endings. Because I'll actually try and get all of them. I'll have a document basically showing my correct path, because I have beaten the game before. If I do that, yeah, every single time we get a bad end, there's going to be me yelling probably bad end or something. It'd be entertaining, I'm sure. Though it'll be a lot of reading, so it would probably be if I'm tired and I need to do something.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu Relay?
The Mu Relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The Commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the Commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry,
yeah.
Commander.
I actually tried that way because I knew another way existed where you didn't have to kill the guards or go fight. And I was actually really surprised to actually find that out.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge.
But I'm
Everyone
glad
go
that I
get
did
some
it this
rest.
time because I was able to show off something.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
No.
Don't bother.
Aye, aye, sir.
Don't even bother. I don't want to talk to them about Rachni. Well, it's because I don't want to hang up on them. Yet. Well. Novaria is done. Which means we basically have one last thing to do. And no, it's not Pinnacle Station, because Pinnacle Station sucks. It's Asteroid X-57. Oh yeah, I'm going to keep playing. I stream for up to 3 hours, usually 3 hours, so we're going to keep going. I will end the stream when I feel like ending. I may even do Vermeer tonight, depending on how I feel.
Message coming in.
Yeah, go for it.
Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area.
We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation.
Okay.
That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualty.
I'll do everything within my power to bring
I know
those
you will
research-
commit.
Cacus, Hades Gamma. Oh, I should go to the Citadel, actually, so I'll go do that. Tasty. Okay. Let's keep moving. Actually, we'll go there first. Have I actually ever gone here? May not have. This is an anomaly. Just. Drunk Rhino, away! Oh, it's this one. Okay. Oh, what does Discord want? Oh, okay. Oh, a level. I will never take stasis. It's crap. Actually, we'll increase pistols. I need to get her shotguns as soon as possible. Don't know if I hit any of the may have hit some of the scientists. I don't actually know if I did or not. If I did, then I apologize.
I will destroy you! Area secured.
Ooh, plumbing rounds. Lovely. Ooh. Ooh, I think I got to... Those can go... Actually, that'll take. Okay.
They're all crawling through my fingers. I can feel their wings fluttering.
Yep. They're insane. Okay. Time to get going.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I didn't think it could be done. You managed to secure the base and neutralize the biotics without a single civilian casualty.
Just doing my job, Admiral. I couldn't let innocent lives be lost.
I wish every soldier had your definition of just doing your job. You're a credit to the uniform, Shepard. We're in your debt. Fifth Fleet out.
Oh, I didn't talk to Joker. Probably should talk. Actually, I should talk to everybody on the ship, so I should go do that.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, I feel bad for Joker in Mass Effect 3. He kind of gets a little bit, a tiny bit shafted. 2, he gets like all the good lines.
Shepard,
So, you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to... I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm not like you, Shepard. I'm no hero. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try, but there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You know, Shepard.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find... He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn gas.
We're getting close, Gear.
I wish I had... I know you're doing... If there's anything else I can do to help.
I understand your concern.
Yeah. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you... I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him?
You seem to have some thoughts on this. Speak your mind.
Maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Good. You see, this is why you never have to worry about bureaucratic idiots making a mess of everything.
Just make sure you're ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Time to keep moving.
Shepard, I'm glad you're
Good
here.
to see you smiling again.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet... But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about... See you later.
Why does there have to be a bloody goddamn elevator on my ship? I know the elevator's in 2, but at least in 2 it's fast because it's just replaced with a loading screen. Well, it's usually fast. Depends on how it's running. I should keep a assault rifle with me.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is
So
ashore.
assault rifle and sniper rifle.
Exo Presley has the deck.
If I'm going to be using Garrus. Vermeer, anyway.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Feros is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni's stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Med clinic, please. Focusing on doing things. Mine wanders a little bit. Oh.
I need those supplies for my clinic.
You can and you will. Or your story won't stay secret. Don't disappoint me.
Oh, Commander Shepard, I didn't see you come in. Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out. Now they are blackmailing me. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down. I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll
Deal with him, but won't they expose my past?
I'll make sure they don't tell.
I was told to speak with a merchant. I really appreciate this. Good luck, Commander.
Okay. Before we go deal with him, we have to go talk to the fan. Terra Firma's not here yet, so we don't have to worry about it.
Oh, sure, I can return that for you.
Thanks. Commander, I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
I've got a lot going on right now.
Great! This'll... with so many... What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I'd make a great I want to be with you, fighting the good fight like you did on Elysium during the Skillian Blitz.
I believe you, Conrad. But there's another fight.
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people...
I'll go home.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes? Oh, you will be pleased.
A Geth army license? How the hell did you get a
Hello
hold
there.
of that?
Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Things have changed, Moorland.
A change, but the doctor... I don't... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Moorland. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
You should reconsider.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Goodbye.
Yes, all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
You know what, we'll just take the fast way.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering
Really?
you.
That's a great relief. I can't pay you for your help, but I can
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines.
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long
What
time
can you
ago.
tell me about it?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
I wonder if the captain knows him.
I wish I... Is there anything else?
I'll be going
Goodbye,
now.
Commander. Nice talking to you.
Which means we actually have to go up to the embassy office. Lovely. We get to go see the Presidium. I do kind of like how the Presidium was kind of just shafted in 2, and then the wards were shafted in 3.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
It's kind of amusing.
Your Noveria report raised a few eyebrows in the council, Shepard. I can't believe you let that queen live. There's a reason their species was nearly wiped out.
This queen isn't like the others. She's not
Really? I'm glad you're an expert at a species we know virtually nothing about. I hope we're both still around in 50 years.
Genocide of an entire species is a terrible tragedy, Ambassador. Shepard,
Fine. I'll just tell everyone we figured it was a good idea to release a fertile Rachni queen in the wilds of Noveria. I'm sure nobody will have a problem with that.
Yes, Commander?
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
This is a cover-up if I ever heard one.
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered
I
Baines'
spoke to
body.
Kahoku. He never brought it up.
You should mention Baines. That is there anything else, Commander?
Well, he's dead.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need me.
Oh. And because he's dead, and I didn't like this. Well, we're not going to get any information on that.
Allow me to be your guide.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
Yeah, it was meant to funnel credits, and it was sentient, so we blew it up.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
Okay, let's go to Asteroid X-57, I guess. Asteroid X57. Okay.
Status. Sensors reveal 3 fusion torches propelling asteroid X57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid will collide with Terra Nova in approximately 4 hours. Analysis. Torches must be disabled to cease the acceleration.
Hello. I heard your transmission. You hear me? Haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
Okay, time to keep moving.
Headed in the right direction. I don't know who you are, but I'm damn. Go.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't be watching it anyway. I'm actually streaming myself right now. So, actually, I wonder if he retweeted it. I should probably set up that command so I can actually do that up. I don't even know if the body's actually properly in there or anything. Oh well.
Smell trouble. Warning. Ground penetrating radar
clear.
That took a bit. Bringing down the sky.
I'm reading that the torch is offline. Was that you? Can you hear me?
I hear you. What's going on? Who are you?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova.
We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
Stay put. I'll get those other torches offline as soon as I can.
Thanks. I'll contact you when I can.
Hold on to the breaker then.
Hey.
Oh God. I didn't mean to... Are you hurt?
Takes more than that one shot to bring me down.
Sorry. I didn't even realize you were human until... Well... guess I'm not much of a soldier.
I know you're scared, but I'm here to help. Commander Shepard, with the Alliance.
Simon Atwell. I'm the chief engineer on this rock. Listen, we don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family. They live in Aronis. My kids and grandkids. Nice communities, good schools.
I don't have time to do the math in my head. What happens if we don't stop this rock?
X-57 is 22 kilometers long, twice the size of the asteroid that wiped out the Earth's dinosaurs. It would be like millions of fusion bombs striking at once. Millions. The heat of the blast. 1,000 kilometers away, clothes will ignite. There'll be global wildfires. Air shock will flatten everything for hundreds of kilometers. Terra Nova will die, Shepard. Not just our colony. The planet. There'll be a climate shift, mass extinctions. The ecosystem won't recover for thousands of years. Millions, maybe.
This doesn't make any sense. Batarians run criminal gangs. Unethical, but profitable. They don't destroy worlds. What does this gain them?
I've heard all the stories. Slave rings ranching people like animals. But this is... The Citadel conventions forbid asteroid drops. I never thought the Batarians would go this far.
Most Batarians aren't genocidal madmen. But these ones are terrible.
Yeah, I know. It's just... This isn't how I expected the world to be when I rolled out of bed this morning.
Batarians everywhere.
One last... These Batarians are ruthless.
Any idea where I can find
They were running checks on our perimeter. Easiest thing would be to tap into the transmission tower out on the surface.
I'll look for them, with the torches.
There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility.
A woman named Kate Bowman contacted.
Katie's alive. She's one of my best engineers. She signed on with her brother, Aaron.
You'd better find a good place to hide. If the Batarians come back and find you.
Yeah. I think I'll make myself.
I probably should have gone back to the Mako as soon as I dropped this up, but well, it doesn't matter.
Hear me?
Okay,
All kinds of
focus.
interference. Sorry. There's a lot of feedback. The
if I can fix it. Meantime, just keep doing...
Welcome back. We're stopping an asteroid. With a pistol. That's how I like to see it. Oh, no, not this one. I'm gonna try and kill that engineer ASAP. Us killing asteroids and biotic killing, I guess. Pretty much it. That and me doing a strategic position of not staying on the ground this time. But other than that, not really that much, other than me realizing I couldn't actually do something because Kohaku's dead. There's one more guy. I don't think I can even hit him. Looks like I'm gonna quickly run downstairs. Oh, okay. No, he's dead.
Area secured.
Are you there? You've got to hurry. You really pissed them off. Their leaders...
Get away from there!
Don't shoot, please! No!
I love this asshole. He's just so much of an asshole.
Who's shutting down the torches? I won't ask you again.
You're gonna kill him anyway, even if she answers. You're a fucking asshole.
Find this problem and deal with it. Get her out of here!
Yeah, he's an asshole. Also, I leveled and I didn't even notice. I'm gonna get Marksman because I keep forgetting that it exists. Yep. We're dealing with this guy. As I said, I'm not going to be doing Pinnacle Station because Pinnacle Station, I'm pretty sure, has no impact on the other games and really is all it is an experienced driver. Drunk Rhino, away! Yeah, there is actually sometimes where, yeah, I do get bored and I do result in not usually reading fan fiction, but reading something that's just like, this might be good. It's not really that good, but I'm less bored. Though usually I play very bad video games instead of fan fiction, but yeah, same idea. Or watch someone else play very terrible video games. That's something else I do when I'm bored. I just go look up, okay, what's a terrible video game? That, I'll go watch someone play it. Just kind of a thing. Or mess around with this thing, because this thing's stupid sometimes. But usually not. Okay. We are not listening to that, Can I ditch?
This is Dr. Himes. They found me, damn Batarians. I can hear them out there prowling around, trying to find a way in.
Yeah, you don't make it. You get exploded. Oof. That's pretty bad. I actually don't even know if I've ever heard of that one, but I've heard some pretty bad video. I've seen and heard of some pretty bad video games, but I actually don't think I've ever heard of that one. I'm kind of impressed because I do hear a lot about bad video games. Maybe I just got really unlucky and I just didn't know. Oh well. I'm trying to remember what's up here because there is something up here, and I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh yes, it's X-57 radio. Oh, okay, so it's that kind of game. Okay. Which means I'd probably actually really enjoy playing it, and then I realized, oh wait, I shouldn't play this anymore. This is really bad. But then I can't stop playing it because it's so bad. Terrible video games. If I get some cash and I have really no idea, and I feel like doing it, I might do, and I'm doing a charity stream or something, I might just do terrible video games. Like, okay, we're doing like a 5-hour stream and we're just going to do terrible video games the entire stream. I'm sure I would enjoy that. My wheel is broken. How is my wheel broken? I didn't even realize until now. This game is glitchy sometimes, but I don't really care. It's pretty good. Also, snipe! No, we're not. We haven't dealt with all the turrets yet. I was really not careful. Okay, I'll keep that in mind then. Something to go watch or play. One of the two. Sounds lovely. Also, it's like my cup of tea. Thank you for pointing it out. I love how it just like makes you put your gun away every single time. Oh, hi, Varen. Bye. Hi, Varen.
Release the Baron!
See, that's why I like marksman. Oof. Lovely. And yes, I bought the Master Gear pistol. And no, I have no regrets. Master Gear pistol's bloody amazing. What I might even do is actually buy a whole Master Gear set. Unless I find some on Virmire, because you can actually run into random spawns of them on Virmire. Which is rare, but it happens, and you can like get the 10 version. That just it ends up sillily broken. Most of those are pretty terrible, so I'm just gonna. I need some more Omnigel anyway. We're gonna slap it on. You know what? We'll actually disable this one manually. I don't feel like. Oops. I didn't feel like slapping Omnigel on it.
Hold it right there. This doesn't have to end in blood. Don't come any closer. We can do this the hard way, or we can end this peacefully.
I didn't think you Batarians knew the meaning of the word.
Look, I'm just doing my job here. Hijacking this rock wasn't my idea. I signed on to make a little profit. A quick slave grab, nothing more.
This isn't just a slave grab anymore. Millions of people are gonna die.
Don't you think I know that? I'm just following orders here. If it were up to me, we'd have already left.
Well, it's not too late. You can still leave.
I don't think so. Balak would skin me alive and sell my hide out of spite. Crazy bastard. This whole mission's gone to hell and I'm gonna pay for it.
So why do you listen to him?
Good question. I had a bad feeling about this from the moment we landed. Now Balak wants you dead. And what Balak wants, Balak gets. I can't change that.
Do you always want to be second in command? Get me out of here and I'll take care of Balak. Then you can start giving the orders.
Huh. An interesting proposal. It certainly has benefits over the current situation. Shut it down. This is Balak's problem now. I hope you're as quick with a gun as you are with your promises, for both our sakes.
Balak will get what's coming to him, and so will you if I ever catch you in human territory again. Are we clear?
Perfectly. Balak's holed up in the main facility. You'll need this to get in. Don't underestimate him. He's a mean bastard. Let's go. We're getting off this rock.
There we go. And max charm. If I level up a few more times, I may just go into Renegade to see if I can get some Intimidate. Just to be a troll. I don't need any more Paragon. I could obviously go crazy and try and break the meter. Can't break the meter. Wish I could. Okay. Next up, Survey Station 2. Could be already got. Well, actually, it's slightly north of Station 2. My cat is going bonkers. Ha! I knew it! Ooh, is this what I think it is? There is a god of biotic amps. And we have found it. Look at this. It is ridiculous. Onward. I guess I probably won't do Vermeer tonight because this is taking a bit of time. But hey, no big. We'll do Vermeer later. To be fair, if I do Vermeer, I'll probably do Ilos and the rest of the game in the same run. So, I guess it's kind of for the best. I usually try and do that, do Vermeer then Ilos at the same time. Tally, you're not one of the people that I would expect to hear that from. Mounted. Yeah, fun fact, you can actually hurt these things with the high caliber mass accelerator even when they're hidden because the blast goes through walls.
Clear.
That sounds really good but really terrible at the same time. Don't usually read fanfiction though. Just simply because I don't usually feel like it. That's usually the reason. But it's interesting. There's some very interesting crossovers. And time for the part that I hate. Shock Trooper. Singularity.
I've lost shields.
Hold it. Does that still have the anti-Thorian? Oh, combat scanner. Quickly go equip that, actually. Oh, I already have one. Okay. No big. Give it to her, then. But, oh, I still have the anti-Thorian gas equipped. Fusion explosive. Yes, attack your own drone. Okay.
Target's down.
Okay, that isn't bad, I guess. Just different. Okay.
Die, human! You humans. You're almost more trouble than you're worth.
I'm just getting started.
Predictable, but this is over. I'm leaving this asteroid. If you try to stop me, I'll detonate these charges, and your helper and her friends are all going to die.
I can't just let you go, Valak. Not after what happened here.
This is nothing. You humans have done far worse to the Batarians. We've been forced into exile, forced to survive on what we can scrounge up. It's been like that for decades.
Don't make it sound like you're the innocent party here. You brought it upon yourselves.
Really? You invaded our space, took our resources, and when we asked the Council for aid, they brushed us off. We were left to defend ourselves, but the humans were stronger than us. We knew that. The Council knew that. But it didn't matter. It was you. You and your kind are the only reason we're in this position.
No, actually, if we look at the Codex, which is not history, it's literal. It's literal. From what it says, it basically is... No. Basically, the humans were expanding, but they were not taking territories that the Batarians already had colonies on. They were worlds that they wanted to put colonies on. So it wasn't Batarian territory. It was their... I want that. Humans just got there first. And now they're having a hissy fit.
How does killing innocent people make up for that?
We had no other options. Sometimes you need to get someone's attention before they'll listen. That's why we attacked you at Elysium. That's why I'm doing this. You forced our hand.
You attacked us first. When we retaliated, you ran off to the Council hoping for help. When you didn't get it, you hid. You've got no one to blame but yourselves.
Enough! You couldn't possibly understand. Actually, you just don't want to understand, and I'm done wasting my breath. Now, if you want your friends to live, I suggest you step aside.
You know what? I want him in Mass Effect 3 because it'll be way more funny.
But this isn't over. I'll find you eventually.
Maybe. But I made sure you won't follow me today. Those charts better hurry.
Perimeter clear.
Oh no, it's Mass Effect 2. Okay. It's a good thing I remember where these charges are. Apologies. Yeah, they're now good. Yeah, they're totally. We're just. You see, well, we used to hate each other, but now we're good. Now we're best friends. Don't worry. It's not like we're trying to lie to you or anything. It's an interesting concept, but usually I have a very cynical eye when it comes to reading. Because even though I am a writer, I don't usually post my writings because I'm always critical of myself, so I don't usually put them up. I usually just basically go, okay, I can totally do this. Then I realize then I read it, then I go, nope. Then I do it again, and again, and then I get an unaudible mess.
He left. Is that all right?
Letting him go was better than the alternative. I thought you were going to stay someplace safe.
There might have been something I could have done to help. I thought I should be here. I know this asteroid better than anyone. You did it. Another hour and our course would have been irreversible. I ran the numbers, Shepard. X-57 would have struck near the capital city, the most densely populated region. But that's not going to happen. Is Katie in here? Is she all right? Is her team?
Balak was holding them hostage. I let
terrorists go or sacrifice innocent lives. I'm glad that's not a choice I had to make. Is that... Will you get in trouble for that? I mean, he could do the same thing somewhere else, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could. Balak seemed like a practical man. Practical but callous. I'm sure if he'd been in my place, Ms. Bowman would be dead now, along with all the terrorists. But I'm not going to sacrifice people who happen to be between me and my target.
So what happens now? The bad guys get away?
Have you ever hunted, Simon? Actually stalked an animal in the wilderness?
Can't say as I have.
Hunting an animal requires patience and discipline. I'll wait for this Batarian animal to pop his head up again, and then I'll come down on him like the wrath of God.
Well, I wouldn't want you after me. Shepard, I don't think I'll stick around, though. It's time for me to get back and spend some time with my family. Before I go, I'd like to offer you something. Maybe you'll have more use for it than I will. As lead engineer, I get some quality items. Take your pick. You've earned it.
You know what? I actually kind of want the armor.
I could really use some light
I hope
armor.
you get good use out of it.
Take care.
Be well.
I believe it's actually, yeah, it's the Colossus. It's the really good stuff. It's the equivalent of the superpowered stuff. And it's just ridiculously good. I could even throw something else on it. You know what's good? 2 medical interfaces.
I can't believe you... I half expected you to just let us die. Sacrifice the few for the many.
Then I'd be no better than the Batarians. Besides, Balak won't get away with this. I know who he is now. He can't run forever.
You sound like my brother. He was always so stubborn, but always willing to do the right thing.
I wish I could have saved him.
It's not your fault. You did what you... He was the one who convinced me to join the team here. Said it would be an adventure. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I should see to err.
I understand. You've been through enough today.
Thank you. Oh, I don't even know your name.
Commander Shepard, with Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. You're not...
I'll get out of your way.
I appreciate that, Commander.
Man, I'm rich. I was already rich, but now I'm more rich. I would have actually taken the Quarian armor, because I believe you actually still get the Colossus. Basically, Colossus Quarian armor. But the armor I have for her right now is actually pretty good. It's not great or anything, but it's pretty good. So, then she's not actually doing a tanking role kind of this time. So, it was actually one time she was doing a tanking role and it was really silly. Though it also kind of makes sense for Shepard to have it. Though I believe the Colossus medium armor is technically the best armor out of the 3. And that's it. The last place to go is Vermeer, I think, actually. We got a level. I'm still not going to take stasis. I'm going to keep this stasis thing just completely empty through the entire game. Yeah, sure. I would totally love an example of them. It'd be amazing. It'd be a nice gift before we wrap up.
If
If anyone has to take over...
We're all on the same
With
team.
all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
No, I've already done all the almost every single side mission. The only side mission I'm not doing is monkeys, because I don't feel like going to each single monkey one at a time. So really, the only place I have left is Vermeer. Unless I get a notification from... Copy paste hours activate. A programmer's best tool. Is there a place I haven't been? No, there is actually a place I haven't been. The Styx Theta. I don't think. So there is actually a diminutive race of creatures that hail from the swamp world.
Incoming distress signal. Patching through to you.
Oh, lovely.
Mayday! Mayday! Mayday!
Although they display traits of mammals and reptiles, they are truly arthropods. Due to having evolved in methane atmosphere, Agagi have naturally high-pitched voices. This also means they require sophisticated breathing packs in order to survive in Jack, pretty good actually. Obviously, most codex entries are a lot longer than that, but yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, we actually have some side missions to do because I forgot that this system even existed. Ooh, nope. The only side missions also I'm not really doing are the like the data disk stuff like that, but that's because they're pain. Oh, they are a lot longer. When they first joined the Citadel races in 2657, the Council initially worried about Ungoi high reproductive rate, fearing a repeat of the Krogan rebellions. Thankfully, nowhere near the aggressive as Krogan, and to prevent overpopulation, the Empire enforces strict breeding restrictions on couples, usually only allowing one brood per lifetime. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. That's a lot longer. Lovely. I don't think I've ever... This is one of the ones I don't know if I've even done, so let's go! It's getting a little late, though, so I'll keep going, but... I should prepare for work. Later. Right. Oh, well. Nice. Anomaly, listening post. Oh, this looks like there's a thresher nest on this world, too. I hate threshers, so hopefully we don't run into one. Oh, I didn't even realize. Ungoi are part of the Shanghai Empire, and despite having their own council of leaders that seats an Empire's Senate, they have no independent government of their own, similar to the relationship between the Volus and Turians. Ungoi handle an economic side of the Empire, having long managed trade routes with the Human Alliance, Kigyar Confederacy, I totally butchered that the first time, and Yan Mei's hives. Okay. I still probably butchered some of those. Some because I haven't played Halo in a while. So I forget how to pronounce things. But I'm hoping and praying he's fairly close. Problems with seeing them... Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
First Lieutenant Durand, sir. 3rd Brigade, 14th Infantry Regiment, and I am
We heard you needed some backup.
Actually, we need to get the hell out of here. But I guess your ship couldn't carry us all. They dropped us here a few months back. We get supplies every couple weeks. We didn't see anything local that was more dangerous than lichen. Yesterday, these animals started coming out
okay,
of
that
the
makes more
ground.
sense.
No idea where they're from. This is what's left out of 90 men. I'm the ranking officer.
We do have a ship in orbit. We could bombard them.
Wouldn't do much good. They're moving around deep underground. The only time they come near the surface, and they're right on our position. You bombard them, you take us out too.
Why are you out here in the first place?
There's been a lot of pirate activity in this cluster. We set up a chain of listening posts in the local systems, in case they have a staging base.
They're not animals. They're a sentient species. You study history? They're called Rachni.
Never heard of them. Can't say I care. What we just fought was a probe. Our seismic sensors are picking up a crapload more on their way up from underground. We might be able to hold them off if we were at peak, but you can
Do what you can to secure your position. We'll...
You heard the man. Everybody pool magazines and grenades. Take a leak and a drink while you can. And if anyone wants a smoke, it's as good a time as any.
So we got 30 seconds. And to do a mission, wait, hold it. Let's turn on the turrets. Wait, does this mean I can't use the Mako? Yeah, I can't use the Mako, okay. But the turrets will probably be more useful, so... Feel some reckoning.
Not much time left, Commander.
Okay. Thank you very much. I actually didn't know that. Mostly because I haven't played Halo in... When was the last time I played Halo? I think about 4 years ago. So yeah. Sheesh. No wonder I forget. the novels and comics make more, that makes a little more sense. I don't really go deep into lore often. Usually just play a game, and the lore comes, it's usually for whatever reason.
Holy hell, sir. Talk about a near-run thing. You alright?
Never mind me. Are you alright?
Mm-hmm.
Still on my feet. But we've been fighting for almost 26 hours straight. None of us will be standing for long. There's one other thing I should mention. One of our other listening... I don't know if it's coincidence, a pirate raid, or what. But if you
We'll
want
check on them.
Ma'am, we're getting a signal from one of the ground scan UAVs. A big hollow space about 500 meters under the surface.
Right. That must be it. That must be where they're coming from. My people aren't in any condition for a
Just
clearing.
point us in the
You don't
right
have to do that, Commander. We've bled them. We can probably hold until a bigger... If you want to take a throw at it, we'll give you the coordinates. You saved our asses, Commander. Thanks.
Yeah, no, we're totally going to give a shot at it. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Mmm. Tasty. Disconnect the Mako. Probably should have plugged the Mako in a little closer. Drunk Rhino saves the day. Okay. Let's drop on by. Whee! Yeah, Rachni isn't that bad. It's not like we did a whole mission of dealing with them. And it's a biotic, so it's just singularity, all of them. Shouldn't be that bad.
All targets down.
There we go. You can't shoot me, but I can shoot you.
Think we got him, Commander.
Perimeter clear.
I'm on it.
Okay. Brood warriors, the male gender Drachnai, only fight when a hive is severely pressed. It's safe to say that you've eliminated the Drachnai on Nephos.
All clear.
Nope. 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 Because I was too lazy thinking of other things. And I probably won't, actually. I can, but if I talk to her, though, it will usually be... And it doesn't affect anything, so I probably won't. Simply because it doesn't affect anything. It'll give me the defaults. In, if I play, if I go to 2, it'll just give me the defaults. And the defaults is she went on the mission with you. That's it. Because none of your mission data is saved. Only your choices are saved, so I don't have to worry about accidentally not doing something. Unless it's really important. Oh my lord, what's happening? Well, it looks like we're going to be at a loading screen. Oh, okay. Yeah, giving the tally the guest data literally does nothing. It just makes it easier for a Paragon character to get her to believe it's you. And you get some extra Paragon points. I don't think it does really anything. It's something nice to do, but it doesn't do anything. But, I think I might be stuck. Well, good thing I have a quick save somewhere. This game the game could be telling me to stop. I think the game's telling me to stop. So, yep. Yeah, that's it. We're basically done because the game is telling me no. So, next time, we'll finish this mission. Then we'll do one more mission, I think, because I didn't go to the other system, other cluster in this system. So we'll go do that. Once that's done, we will go do Vermeer. Once I do Vermeer, it basically is a straight shot to the end of the game. Yeah, no, I'm never really a completionist simply because completing Mass Effect 1 in certain cases gets very tedious and monotonous. In a way, it kind of feels like I'm playing Morrowind. I love Morrowind. Morrowind is a fantastic Elder Scrolls game, even though it's still just as buggy as the more or less all of them. The main problem is all the quests are the same. I've always feel that Mass Effect 2 and 3 have my attention more. For example, in 2, I have actually intentionally 100%ed it. It's one of the 2 games that I have ever set out to 100%. It and Okamiden. Those are literally the 2 games I set out to 100%. They're not the only games I've 100%, but they're the ones that I have intentionally went, I want to 100% these games. It's because there's all... In Mass Effect 2, it doesn't feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again, even though you are doing the same thing over and over again. In Okamiden, it's more like it's collectibles, so it's a lot more hard. Though, once again, as you can see... Are we still checking on the load screen? Or has it just crashed? Yeah, no, we're still stuck on the loading screen. Yep. That's what... Yeah, that's why I have chat to interact with and stuff like that. So it does... I've done a few more. Hell, I might even do... If you want, I might even do Pinnacle Station. Though doing Pinnacle Station as Adept is a little bit hard because some of the ones take a little bit too much time. But I might... Depending. It's not incredibly crazy, though. Though it itself is boring. As I said, I'm going to be doing, hopefully, maybe I'll go through some of the side quests I missed in at some point later. Realize I should be doing the other thing of finding someone to host when I finish the stream. That's what I was supposed to be doing. Sometimes I get with talking. I'll likely be streaming again either on Monday or Tuesday, and it'll be at some point at later. Usually, well, in the summer, usually there'll be about 3 streams a week. I think I'm going to try that. I'll try doing Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, since they're pretty decent days for me to stream. Saturday I have work, so no stream there. Well, usually Sunday it won't be Mass Effect. It'll be a different game, and it will likely be. Should I stream? It will be a. It'll be a game that's a party game, and if I do stream, there's a chance I'm going to be streaming alongside of someone, James Grimwolf. But he doesn't always stream on Sunday, and he doesn't always play games that I have, so there's no guarantee. Okay, is anyone I am following streaming? No. Is there a category I would like to randomly go have people watch? How about something, yeah, here we go. How about, let's go look at some music, because why not? I don't really have anyone to, you know what? Fine. This works. I'll stream this. I'll host this person. Pretty sure it's basically just, yeah, it's brought to game by Vizd. Which means it's just basically video game music and video game stuff. So I'll do that as my host. Throw that in. Actually, I should. There we go. Put that on. Host them. And I will see you all a little bit later. Bye-bye.